Hi, everybody. It's the dental assistant tutor here, and I am calling a mandatory staff meeting for all dental professionals, from the dentist, the employer, down to the assistant. We need to have a discussion that's going around in the dental community. Enough is enough already. Um, I'm bringing stuff to light so we can solve the problems. I also have solutions. I came with solutions. So, doctors, stay tuned so you can hear what's going on. I won't make it very long. I'll try not to. When I'm going to start off with just reading certain things that I've seen over time in the past 6 months, what's out there. Hello, I've been an assistant for 10 years now. I love it. When I first started, it really seemed like it could make this my lifelong career with good pay, benefits, etc. Lately, however, I'm finding more and more offices aren't paying or don't have benefits, and ones that do don't have enough hours. To even be considered full time, I have been contemplating going to school for hygiene. But every hygienist I talk to are telling me to go for something different, as they also can't find full work or anything with benefits. I love the dental field, but feeling like I need a change, and I'm wondering if anybody else has gone through this or feels like I do. One second. Oh, here's a topic: bullying. Okay. Uh, Somebody asked, what do you guys do about office bullying? Rude comments, not helping others, blaming, putting down others, etc. Thanks. Someone said, that's just one person. Another person says, my boss allowed this for 25 years. Bullying was bad. I finally retired. Oh my goodness. Like, this poor person worked all this time dealing with bullying. I mean, yeah, you can say they can move on, but some of us take that creed about being loyal to our calling, ourselves, and our employer. But sometimes some of us tend to drop the self part. Be loyal to yourself, and you need to do that. Okay, you don't need to be abused by any dentist, and I'm not attacking all dentists. Okay, but unfortunately, there are some dentists out there that pretty much treat you like a spouse, where you have displaced anger. It's called. I know this all too well because my ex-husband. But anyway, getting back to it. Um, you get all this anger inside of you, and stress, and the stress just piles on. It's just like one thing after another on your shoulders. You got the bills, you got your wife at home wanting more money, and then you got, your staff wanting more money, and it's just all about the mighty dollar. That's what it's about, bottom line. And that's where everybody's stress is coming from. There are great employers out there that want to give their staff a raise. They just don't know how. They don't see that they can. Okay. I've shared my story in the past how the office was being sabotaged by the staff. And I hate to say that in case they're watching, but truth be told, when you verbally say, I'm not going to do this because we're not reaching production, or the office manager does not want to even attempt to see, I don't know how to figure this out, you know, figure it out, learn. It keeps Alzheimer's away, keep learning. But, you know, and then the budget became higher. Doctors increased their budget. Oh, tell them they're getting a bonus, but they're really not going to, because we're going to increase it next year. Everybody knows this. Okay, maybe they're not saying it because they don't want to lose their job, but it's so obvious that people are doing this. All right. So anyway, going back to that, he ended up getting rid of everybody in the office except for me and the other hygienist. And I quit because I thought if he could do that to them, just up and fire them. Because at one time they were loyal, but because, he took away retirement. When you did that, you lost it. You should have just got rid of them because that was the biggest mistake ever, you know. But then, because you get people resentful, especially when they're so darn close to retirement, you know, you can't take retirement away, you know. And I just felt, wow, you know, I'm so loyal and I care so much about this office, and I just couldn't fathom the thought that I could get fired like that, you know, even though I was doing my job and should have nothing to worry about. But, you know, everybody's replaceable, guys. So as much as you're complaining about your job, you're replaceable. So we need to figure out how to fix the problem. Just fix it outright. We have ideas. Okay, so that's a shame that we're not encouraging each other to grow further in our education. But at the same time, they're trying to look out for them because, you know, they don't want to waste their money on schooling. You know, a lot of students pay a lot of money for this education to be a dental assistant, a dental hygienist. You know, we know dentists pay a lot of money for schooling. And that's why they're already over their head before they even try to get a practice because they got to get their own practice. Let's see here. Save that one for later. We had to let three people go on different occasions because of this, because of the bullying. Um, and just fire them. And other people are saying, let them go, no tolerance for bullying. Absolutely, no tolerance. So I'm probably going to get some hate emails like I've gotten before. Bring them. I don't care. I just don't care. I care about the people who are reaching out to me and who are saying, I love my career. I love the place that I work. I even love the doctor I work for, platonically. But at the same sense, they're not making it. They're not making it. Look at their shoes, you know? Just look at their shoes. Look at what they're eating for lunch. See what they're doing. Get to know your staff. You have to get to know your staff. Someone took a pay cut and worked less hours, figured out a way to make it work when I didn't think it was possible with my happiness and the happiness of my family because they are all around me has increased tenfold. You can put a price on happiness. You cannot put a price on happiness. If you are miserable, cut ties with the stressful office. You know, and that is a shame because you shouldn't have to have so much stress on your shoulders. And everybody goes home and everybody has to see their family. And we spend the most of our time with each other in a dentist's office and quite close at that. So, we have to make this a more harmony effect. Currently, as an assistant for the same doctor for 3 years, I've gotten $2 more on the hour over the last few years. She is micromanaging, and it's high stress for my personality type. I've always managed it well and worked hard. I took a bar on the weekends and got a job offer from a company. I'm friends with personal assistants. Has benefits, company car, flexible hours, lots of freedom, casual environment. But I would be taking a $3 pay cut. I'm miserable as an assistant. Ooh, we're gonna lose one, guys. Not good. I mean, I'm telling you, minimum wage is going up, and these assistants, these hygienists, you know, because some hygienists don't get paid that well, okay, and they're it's not fair. It's just not fair. Bottom line. And if you can go to Taco Bell or let's say the one that does pay, I think 18 an hour is Chick-fil-A. Okay, Chick-fil-A. I'm pretty sure they pay pretty good. And the fact that they can pay that and some doctors don't, watch this, okay? And I'm going to use exact words that's on social media, okay? So forgive me. Forgive me, Lord. Okay. At this point, I'm asking for at least $21 to $24 minimum to start. Know your worth, okay? My job, blank, offered me 13 to start, even though an entry level receptionist with no training or college gets 12.50. Really? Okay, that's what I'm talking about. That's just disrespectful. just disrespectful with somebody, and especially the receptionists. Okay, you want to pay them good because they take care of your money, but you want to pay the front staff well because they're bending their backs, they're rushing. So you have to dig in your pockets a little deeper when it comes to payroll. But here's the thing, I got solutions. Hold on. It just seriously blows my mind that some states seriously pay 7.45 a fucking hour. Like this is a joke. Hell no, would I ever work for that? I have well enough experience now that I will not work for anything less than 23 an hour. But I live in Washington. I saw one that because somebody did take that job for 7.25 an hour, that they were frustrated um, with that person for taking that. Oh, here it is. And I don't share names or nothing like that because you gotta protect people's privacy, even as us colleagues. Some of you guys don't do this. Some of you guys call each other's jobs and try to get them fired. It's horrible. Who does that? I really wish DAs would stop with this naive behavior. It really affects us all when others agree to work for low wages and allow disrespect from doctors. One, I don't think people's trying to allow disrespect, but it just happens. That's how they do when you just come out of school. They pay anywhere from 7.45 to 9.50 an hour. Most offices like to pay on much experience. Don't take the job that's super low. I started at 8.50, but that was 16 years ago. Wow. Guys, so I don't know what we're gonna do here. Here's one. Okay. So the doctor overheard that there was a temp in the office, and the temp was who knows. Okay, there's two sides to every story, and then there's the truth. But the patient kept saying, you know, GD. I won't say that because that's just don't say that. So just you poked my gums, and this person they've used quite a few times, so you kind of know the hygienist that you've used for a temp for a minute, and super nice lady it sounds like, and just said, kept saying that, and finally at the end of the day, after he was so mean to the hygienist who was a temp, the doctor gives the patient the gift card. Okay, we know why. Don't want to lose the patient, and maybe this doctor believes in customers are always right. That is a way that some of us have grown up, that the customers are always right. Make the customers happy. That is a business model because you want them to keep coming back. If the patients don't come back, then the staff don't have a job. There's no guarantee that you'll actually get new patients every month. The way things are going on around this world, we have to really start focusing on the environment in the office, okay, and keeping it pretty much in a nutshell to where everybody can just try to get along a little bit more and have the harmony come back, okay? So I've been talking about bosses, 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 okay? But there's those assistants out there and staff members that don't respect their boss, okay? Um, Good example. Good example. Some of these are getting paid 9.25. Some of these are right out of school getting paid 7.25 an hour. Okay. There could be a reason for that. Okay. I spoke to a Dr. Chris O'Rourke. I believe I said it correctly. I hope I did. And he wanted to know about the school that I work at and all that. And so we were speaking, and it was like violin music when he was talking. He was telling me about how he gets frustrated on a doctor's end when you're trying to give these referrals from extern sites, a chance to come into your office, see your patients, see your fellow staff members. Your fellow staff members, they're already working hard, okay? And they're training these girls on their extern site, okay, to help them out, all right, to get that job or to get that reference letter that they're going to need to get their RDA. But the doctor said he literally sees them standing there on their phone. Okay, well, hey, where's the total at? Because if you guys got $17,000 or $20,000 or $5,000 that you're paying for education, and you're just gonna flush it down the toilet because you're standing there on the phone, okay, that's where the frustration's coming in at. So here's the thing: we have to treat everybody as individuals. Okay, what you see before you right now is Teresa Biggs, okay? I am who I am, and this is how I am. And, if I was good enough to work hard for you and you like my personality, then we get along, we mesh, right? But when you're hiring these people that are just getting out there and you're seeing that they're not going to be good workers, you know, straight up tell them. Just tell them, you know, I'm going to do your evaluation. But before I do, there's going to be some things on your evaluation that I'm not going to put. Don't put it because you don't want to ruin this for them. They're struggling, they're students. And, I'm just going to say it. Some of us come from an environment that we have to be trained in all aspects. Okay? I grew up in foster care. I had multiple parents. So, what way's right, what way's wrong, you have to learn to camouflage within that office how you should be, how you should act, and then eventually you just learn. You get that gif. You get it. You just understand. Okay, this is how we are. But the problem is with being like that, you end up not being you. That's the problem here. A lot of us are trapped. There's so many. And I'll put some up, I'll block out names and all that stuff out of respect. But these voices have got to be heard, okay? And I have a petition, and it's not against doctors, but it's for the wages to be increased at some certain level. It has to be okay. A dental assistant can get paid this much. And listen, we don't need nothing else added on just because we want a wage increase because we already have enough on our shoulders. Don't feel like, well, I'm going to give her $1 raise. Give her a $3 raise. Work it in. If you started her off low in your gut, she's struggling in your gut, find a way to save $3 an hour somewhere, some way, somehow, and give that assistant a raise, okay? It will make a bounce in her step and it will reflect onto the patients. It will make her feel good about herself, and you have to build each other up. That's what we have to do. And girls and gentlemen that are assistants, same with your doctor. Think about, it's called empathy, how that other person feels. And we've lost that. We've lost that in today's society. Just watch the news. But think about it. Your doctor. Yeah, they're dressed to the fine clothes. Yeah, you wish you can have that, but you shouldn't because God says you shouldn't. But getting back to it, okay? Um, they have their struggles. They have their struggles, They're different from your struggles, but they still have their struggles, okay? A lot of them, a majority of them, I've been told by dentists, I have read it recently, that has validated it, that they do not get business education as dentists. They're focused on the patient. They're focused on learning how to take care of teeth. You know, the teeth are so important to the body. Never doubt yourself for becoming a dentist. Never doubt yourself for wanting to help people with their smile. Okay, their confidence, their chewing abilities. And if you got into it because you heard or your parents were, and it's good money, and that's why you should be in it. you got in for the wrong reason. You'll never be happy because money does not make you happy. Although it does pay the bills and it does provide and it does take some stress off. I'm not saying, hey, well, she said, don't twist my words. They still deserve a raise. If you have not given your staff a raise every 6 months for an incentive or once a year, number one, let me get to the solutions a little bit, okay? Because I don't want to drag this out too long, okay? But we need to stop the bullying among each other. We need to stop the criticizing of each other's work as assistants, cutting each other's throats. We're ladies. I don't want to offend nobody. But bottom line, ladies and gentlemen, we are professionals. Let me use that word, okay? We're professionals. And we need to act like professionals at work and off work. On social media, we have to. And by the way, I've seen some profile pictures. Um, some look like mugshots, and Dennis will be looking at your Facebook page probably to see what kind of person you are. Have a smile. Put a smile on that face. Some of you guys are, you can't have that. I want you to get a job. Put a perky smile on that face. Think of something that makes you happy. Eat a cookie. Just don't show your teeth. Something. Put smiles on those faces. Because your patient might be like, oh, who's my assistant? Or could walk by and see your little name on your certificate and be like, I'm going to look them up. Okay. And no more prejudice. I've talked about that before. That one I have not forgotten about. That really bothered me. When this person said, oh my God, I love this post. However, I want to vent on racism. Someone telling you what pay you deserve. Dentists are overworked, underpaid. We deal with a lot of mess. I pray this changes. Witness me as a black woman qualified the position, and then a white woman comes along and little to none experience and gets the job. Maybe she was more eye candy. Sorry. Some of them are like that. Just being honest. If you have a good boss, you better just give them a thank you card. There's nothing wrong with telling your boss, thank you. Let me get back to that. So, boss can have a bad day at work, bad day at home. It's always about other people, taking care of other patients, taking care of other doctors' patients while they're on vacation. Taking care of my staff, taking care of my dogs, taking care of my kids. Dentists have to take care of so much. Oh, I gotta get payroll in. A lot of weight on their shoulders. Like I said, just more and more weight, just sitting there, just sitting there, just sitting there. Okay, more and more weight. Why have this in my hand? On a positive note, I would like to give a shout out to Sierra and Mackenzie, former students of mine, who did not forget where they came from. And their doctor who hired them, Dr. Smith at Dental Partners, donated to the class some gutta percha and paper points and wedges, which I just really needed. Subcontractor for one school and tutoring on my own. So it makes it difficult. So anyway, thank you girls so much. Thank you, Dr. Smith. I really appreciate it. Um, it means a lot. Oh, there is something important. These things right here. Okay? We got to sit here. We got to circle them. We got to mark them. We got to put them on some type of container. Okay? And OSHA, or if you're in Tennessee, TOSHA, they're going to be looking for these little bad boys. Okay? They're cracking down. Last year, they were supposed to go around all the dentist offices in Tennessee. They get around all of them. Okay? But here's the problem. Um, some doctors are telling their staff, no, just get it done while you're here. Or corporate is saying, no, don't give them extra hours. A fine is pretty hefty, especially you got one after the other. It's pretty bad. And then with the doctor reusing burrs and hand pieces, I read that one after the other. Patient, that's disgusting. Okay. Very disgusting. There's hepatitis A, hepatitis B, stuff going around, and then you got these dentists who OSHA does need to go around. You know, I'm the first one to say it. OSHA, because it keeps you on your toes. Get your practice going. You know, and the workforce needs to step into your office and ask every single staff member, workforce, if you're watching me, you know, you really do need to do this. You need to go around to each company and just ask the staff, how you doing, what all work you do. Someone needs to have an evaluation system here, okay, to make this better. Okay, so speaking of evaluation, because that's just, it's all negative. It's all negative, okay? It's all negative. But I'm sharing it so doctors will know and fellow co-workers and dental professionals around the world will know we do have issues. Okay, it may not be in your office, but there are a lot of offices that are having issues. Okay, now this is not to discourage students who are going to apply to a school anytime soon and looking into this and came across this video. This is, and really I'm telling you this because you're not to be discouraged ever from doing anything that you set your heart to, okay? It doesn't work out for one person, does not mean it's not going to work out for you. I am a dental assistant for 30 years. I've always had work, okay? Right now, semi retired. I'm working and teaching and trying to get the tutoring on the side going. It's going very well, but I also want to help you guys. So I'm using a lot of my time to help into research to try to make the industry better before I'm out. I'm done. Okay. With that being said, any doctors, you know, who are willing to sponsor me, please let me know. You have to ask for these things just like as an assistant. You're going to have to go to your boss and say, boss, I would like to have a raise, okay? And you're going to have a list of things that you do and be prepared. Be professional about it, okay? But if they tell you no, ask them, when can I come back? And ask again. Put it out there and ask them, why can't you give me a raise? Okay? Another thing is, doctors, if you feel like your staff is slacking off, bring it to their attention, but not in a mean way. Don't be scared. Oh, which brings me to one of the resolutions. Resolutions. Problem solving techniques. Okay. This is my book, by the way. Okay, dental sense need to know. Um, and it's interesting about that book. It's a hot day today. Um, it's a lot like this doctor's book. Okay, now I can't read it. I can't tell you everything that's in it because that's plagiarism. You just can't do that. But I do want to tease you doctors out there because it is pretty good, even as an assistant. Um, what is all on here, okay? So I'm just going to read just like one little paragraph, okay? Because you need to hear this. Somebody needs to hear this, all right? Catching people doing things wrong is called management by exception, okay? When business utilizes management by exception, they're watching for people to do things incorrectly, okay? And then it's just some other stuff. I'm not going to read it because it's got to have a teaser so you can email this guy. I'm gonna leave his. You probably got the book. Hopefully, someone got this book. Okay, it's awesome. It says, but if he doesn't catch me, so the person goes on and says, but if he doesn't catch me when I'm doing things right, then I fail to step up and help organize growing by using my creativity. Okay, so if you're always pinpointing when someone's doing something wrong, okay, look and seek for when they do something right. Watch the change. I'm telling you firsthand, as an assistant, as a new assistant, you know, I've been there, okay? Build each other up. Colleagues, dental assistants, you have a staff member that you have to work with that you just don't like how they work. Find something positive about them and just mention it, you know? And then they'll want to try to improve in other things. Okay. Develop, truly develop people and get the best out of them. This guy is brilliant. This doctor is absolutely brilliant. And he came just like you did, went to school, went through everything, challenges, and he figured it out. He nailed it. And he's sharing it. The fact that he could send free books to everybody, okay, to understand, and not just free books, CD. And no, I'm not an affiliate. No, I just want to help, okay? This man don't know me. I was just one of those people that saw the book, and I was like, wow, I didn't expect this to be in the book. So get the book. His name is by Keith Lee. It's free. And let's see here. He does something for free, but I'll let you read that, okay? He's a very busy person, though, but he does do stuff for free and meets up with you. Um, and don't be upset that if a doctor does do this, because it is important for them to try to better their practice and figure out what ways can they make more money and um, help the whole office out. He even talks about raises, so this is a big plus. I can't find it, but check it out. I will look for it and put the email link. I wish I could find it for you. Wait. No. His phone number, but I'm not going to put his phone number out there like that. But anyway, I'll look for it. It's in this book somewhere. And I will share it with you guys. So, doctors, you can order your free book, okay? Check it out. If you're able to, as an assistant, get one and give it to your boss as a gift. I would. Okay, you see that? This is the person. Okay, and then this is the CD. All right, so that's solution number one. Okay, get in touch with this guy. Okay, solution number two. A lot of people don't know this, especially if they didn't go to business school. When was the last time you increased your prices? When was the last time? Think about it. Profi, bump it up. If it's been a minute, you want to shock your patients. Pocketbook, they're struggling just as well. Everybody's struggling, it seems like. So just go ahead and increase it by a little bit. And then that increases itself. Okay. So if you increase your profis by 50 cents, how many profis you do a day? That money adds up. You know what I'm saying? So increase your prices yearly so your patients can come to expect that prices will be increased just a little bit because look, you have to. How's your overhead? You just have to, okay? If you're holding on to somebody who is not doing a good job, don't fire them first, okay? I don't want no one to get fired. Don't fire nobody. Sit down, talk to them. God, we work so closely together with everybody side by side, and we can't share. That's like a wife and a husband in the same room, and they feel like strangers. Shouldn't be that way, especially when it's a bunch of souls just helping each other out. So then I wanted to tell you guys real quick about my book for assistants. Okay, um, doctors are tired of gossiping in the office. Really should go to work. Work as if you make a friend along the way. That's great. But your job is your bread and butter. I mean, less gossip. I will feel selfish if I didn't end my career after 30 years by sharing all this. I mean, I want to share it with everybody. Um, Once I had to walk out of a job I loved so much sobbing, and the wife asked, "Why are you leaving?" It's not Grey's Anatomy, close enough though. I just left because I was told I would get F to school if I slept with the doctor. Back in my day, I had it going on. But anyway, just joking. Well, kind of. Anyway, bread and butter and less gossip, but better with keeping your job. Okay? So I quit. I have morals. I had to quit. Don't know how I was going to feed myself. Single lady back then. What do? You know what I'm saying? But I held my head up high Had a migraine that day, tears going down my face, but I walked out. I quit. Okay? I just had to quit. And I loved working for that office. I loved his wife. I loved the doctor. He was funny. I thought we had a good chemistry, like me and this other doctor. But see, that's where it sucked for me because, and I have to share my stories because my stories are a lot of other assistant stories. And, there's a lot of assistants that go through depression. I was on Zoloft for years. Now I know why. Once you start speaking and saying what your issues are, a lot of other people start sharing theirs, okay? And I hate to know that there's so many other assistants who are working their butts off feeling like I felt for years, okay? And then when you get yourself in a safe environment and then your world's rocked because they turn out to be, someone that, they had to do that. I still got issues. You're just going to when you work with people so closely. Would I've quit again? No, I probably wouldn't have quit, but I would have, I would have understood more. But you don't know what you know until after the fact. Dental system. If your patient is gagging, have them hold one leg up and remind them to breathe through their nose. There's just certain things in my book that I have put in about CPR. I've had to use CPR. Never thought I had to. I thought the doctor or the EFDA would handle it, and they didn't. I was the head holder. My experience at a pediatric office is in here, and the things that just takes a hold of you. I mean, I'm raw and real in my book. This is not just a typical book about dentistry. It's just everything from gossip to the facts to, things that have happened, even the creed and the pledge, okay? So check it out. I made it cheap on Amazon as well as if you have EagleSoft or Dentrix or soft ends or no clinical notes. If you're having trouble with clinical notes, I wrote a bunch up because I've done it for years, different examples, and I made a book on Amazon. So check it out. You can just keep it there in the desk drawer for a new staff member that's fresh out of school and don't know what they're doing. If your notes aren't pre-made up, you know what I'm saying, or if you're a dentist just starting. I know I'm talking fast, but I got a lot to say, and I don't want to waste your time. But if you're a dentist just starting your practice, coming out of dental school, pre-write those notes up so you're not standing in court speaking words that your assistant wrote that may or may not be professional. And after reading some of these, some of them may not be professional. Um, and the next time someone's mean to a staff member or a temp, break it down. Do something for them too. Don't just side with the patient, okay? Let your staff know, hey, we have to do this because this is them. We're going to make it comfortable, make them happy. We need them to come back, you know, and then, but say, hey, I really appreciate you guys. How many doctors say I appreciate you? I've read that some doctors don't even want to be spoken to in the morning. Really? All right. So, my next solution. Okay, so that was two. Raise the fees and get that book. Get a hold of that man. Or when you're watching this video, if you're on my dental news page on the dentalindex.weebly.com, make sure that you look to the right. I put another gentleman. I found his YouTube video because he subscribed to my channel, and I'm very honored of that because he's brilliant as well. On his video, he is helping dentists, okay? So check that over there, and that's free. I mean, so far, everything is free to do. Free book, free video to watch for dentists that I've researched about, and oh god, I got so much going on. Free CD. Okay, so and the fees. That's free to do. Just raise them up. Okay, next thing is on the dental index and on the dental index junior for students. Okay, I have told my students to do this. Okay, but I'm also letting doctors know because not every doctor is going to see this or understand this, and not every assistant's going to understand this and do this. But somehow we got to get that money in a pot. We got to get it in the office, okay? So either you cannot give your assistant a raise, then allow her to do this. It costs you nothing to allow her to do this, okay? Or she has every right to give something to a patient if she wanted to, technically. You know, you can't micromanage like that. You can't say, oh, don't give my patients nothing because she's part of that team, okay? But either allow her to do it or you do it for the office and put it in a kettle or a certain part of it. Give it in every goodie bag, whatever the case. Patient RX, okay? On the Dental Index and Dental Index Junior, go to the prescription one, okay? I found this and I thought, this is what I thought, okay? I've worked for 30 years. I can't work for another dentist, not after my last favorite one and all that drama. My heart's too broken. I'm going to be honest. I'm going to put it out there. I just can't do it, you know? And so, you know, you can't work like that with someone ever again. And it's totally, you know, just, I love this family and my family loved him, you know what I'm saying? Just can't do that. We did a lot of woodwork and we made things for him and spent many hours on it for him. So I just can't do it. So anyway, I researched. Let me just talk, okay? Let me vent. So I researched and I came across, well, if I can invest so much time in all these doctors' offices and invest so much time in everybody else, I need to, I felt the Lord told me to do this. I'm just going to put my Christianity out there. I need to spend more time on me. What can I do to better myself? What can I do to make my life change? Okay. Quit the stinking thinking. Quit the stupid, follow every single moment, cycle, everything the same. Okay. Think outside the bun, right? So, pharmacy discount. Do you know it's free to join? Sign up under me, please, because it will help me, okay? I'm just being honest because you're going to have other people do this too, okay? It is a prescription discount card now accepted just about everywhere. Walmart, Walgreens, and they save money. Now, if you ever go to the pharmacy and they try to give you a card, oh, well, I got something I can give you a discount on, they use their card, okay? They use their card that's like this because I figured it out. A light bulb went on because I told my husband, I said, when we go get Mama's medication, let's try this, okay? It's $1.77 a prescription every time they get one filled. Think about all the patients that are on medicine and how many have to be refilled every month. You will get $1.77 a prescription, okay, if you become an affiliate with this. I have the button. All you got to do is go to dentalindex.wibby.com, look for RX or the junior, and click become a member, okay? Now, you can get the digital link and send it to all your patients. I'm sorry you can't hire me. I'm in Knoxville. There's only one person I would work for if they ever called me. But anyway, do that, guys. The light bulb. Become an affiliate. Put that money in a kettle. There's your raises. There's your happy staff. Now, if you don't want to do the digital, you can just print them out, or you can order the nice professional boxes and put it right there in the front, and patients will be happy to grab one. You don't even have to push it on them. They'll grab it. It's free. Anything free, they'll grab it. Put a tissue out there. Might have a crown come off. That's not one of my ideas. Okay, so just kidding. Kind of sore. All right, so I think I've caught up on the news that I want to talk about. Uh, I know I'm gonna get some hate mail just because I'm trying to help people out. I've been really busy, so guys, thank you for subscribing to my channel. It means a lot when people subscribe. It does. It just like, oh, okay, I've touched somebody, I've impacted somebody some way, somehow. They want to hear from me, and I truly want to help this world become a better place one small voice at a time. Speaking of that, let's talk about the petition. I'm sorry, Dennis. I gave you ideas. You better start utilizing them. Go fabricate something because these girls have got to step up and start asking for a raise. They're struggling. They're struggling. Look at their shoes. I'm gonna put some. I have some links on my website for Amazon gift cards. Order some. It will help them. Okay. If they got bad feet and are hurting, then they got a bad back. If they got a bad back, they got a bad neck. They got a bad neck. They might have a bad mood. So, and don't think it's their responsibility because they work for you that they need to come in with the scrubs, okay? The scrubs get room. Do something nice for your staff. The smallest thing. And I understand if doctors don't have money because the more money you make, remember this, the ones that are about to get raises, I feel it. The more money you make, the more money you spend, okay? So, with that being said, try to be a little bit tight. Uh, Buy a used car, fix it up. I mean, don't have a car payment. Assistance, you don't really need to have a car payment. We don't make enough as it is. I mean, little things like that. Um, just trying to think if there's anything else. I really hope that this is helping people by hearing from an assistant's point of view and other assistants what's going on out there. You got bullying. Let's reflect. We got bullying. We got racism. We got doctors not speaking like they're too good. We got staff that are being rude to each other. We got people who are slacking on their jobs. I mean, granted, this will never be cured, but it seems like it's a lot these days. Just look on the news, everything that's going on, the stress that's coming. I mean, someone came into a dentist's office at the beginning of this summer, and I did a blog about it. Check out my past blogs, but went in there and shut up an office. I mean, we're living in crazy times. We don't need to be, and a lot of depressed people. Just look up your social media. There's a lot of depressed people out there. It's not good. And not everybody knows where to find that inner peace. Take time for you. Make sure you take time for you, number one. Okay, refuel. Make sure you spend enough family time and try to make someone's day today. Even if it's something little. If you cannot give a raise, you can give a good job. Um, And my video about the sexual harassment stuff, that's raw and real. That's out there. I mean, it truly does happen, and that's got to stop. Look at Epstein. I mean, Lord, and one of the royals. Okay, um, trying to hold back from saying something, but I'm gonna hold back for right now. It might come out in my next video. I don't know. It's a little bit too honest, so and I'm gonna have to stop it up there. Because it's just things aren't always as what they seem. Let's just put it like that. And we are trained in school in certain areas to think a certain way. Okay, that's what I believe, and that's what I've been told and I've heard and all that stuff. And we need to stop that stinking thinking. Oh, a few more ideas, and I've mentioned it before, but I'm gonna mention it again because I'm trying to push somebody out there. But write a book. Put a book up on Amazon. Look, I had a speech problem when I was growing up. I misspell some words. My book may not be perfect, but it's selling. So check it out, guys. Okay, write a book for yourself. It don't have to be about dental. It could be about something that you enjoy talking about. You know, um, and just get it out there. Make some extra money that way. Uh, Doctors, since we don't always know the way things seem to be or are, and there are a lot of shady people out there. It's not just crossed my thought. I'm gonna leave it at this though. You pay a lot of people to build your websites. Okay, you pay them high dollar to build these websites. Okay, well, one, your staff can learn how to do it. Just watch one of my videos. Okay. Two, you can hire me for cheap, but that's not the case. I'd rather your staff do it because they're right there. But what if the people building your websites? I've learned a lot about internet. I've learned a lot about how this stuff works. And I've learned that people can take things from you if you don't know what you're doing on the internet. So make sure that the person that's building your website you can trust. Make sure that they can add affiliate links to your websites. Okay, sometimes you can make a website just to get patients in. You have a cute little, "Ooh, look at my great teeth," and all these great pictures, but you don't have no products on your website. That's a way of making money. I have a video on that. Email me. My email's blasted everywhere on all the websites and on the YouTube channel. If you need help, I'm willing to help. Okay? All I ask is for any type of donation. I don't care. And that will help. But I am willing to help you even for free. I want to make a change. Okay? Because I am a follower of Jesus, and I'm going to throw that out there. I do everything through him, and I want this world to be a better place. It's never going to be there, but we can sure try. All right, guys, don't forget to like and subscribe. If I happen to read anybody's, I will never post your name or anything like that. We just need to get our voices heard, and I do need people to sign the petition. And it's just for a wage increase to be locked in there with Congress before the minimum wage does go up. We got to speak up now. And for all those doctors that are treating their staff well, there are a lot of good doctors out there. There are a lot of good employers out there that give them 401k, uniforms, profit sharing on top of that, life insurance, a bunch of stuff. So if you're not able to offer this stuff and you're a boss, you need to sit down and regroup. It's time to regroup. Let's call it regrouping, okay? We have to regroup. And assistants, if you feel like you're not getting a raise, do you really, ask your heart of hearts, do you really deserve one? And if you feel you really deserve one, write down everything. And do not be afraid to go to your boss and ask for a raise. But do it in a nice way. Do it in a professional way. Get your poker face on, and just ask. But be prepared for them to say no. But ask them why. They may not watch this video. See where I'm going with it? So tell them, well, I have solutions to that. They're going to sit back and be like, this girl has studied or learned something, and she's going to help our office out. If she can do this, then I'll go ahead and give her a raise. I mean, she's helping you out. It's a domino effect. The dominoes have been blocked. We got to get them back going. So the new generation can line back up and keep going. Okay? And I know some of my students will be watching this video. No worries. They're going to be fine. Most of my students get hired because I don't sleep. I get excited about free goodies being donated that we're about to be thrown away. Hey, I ain't shy. Another person's trash is another person's treasure. And all this trash is going to teach some more people how to be good assistants. So you better get your P's and Q's together because more girls are going to be coming out there that I've trained and are going to be looking for work. And they know to follow the creed. My students know to be respectful. My students know. I know they know. Okay, because some of them are working for very prestige doctors. Okay, so I know they know. So get it together. All ends, all aspects of the dentistry world. Let's get it together. All right, guys. This is Teresa Biggs. Have a good day.